Welcome to StorySpin. Today's theme is Malicious Compliance. And trust me, these workplace warriors took following orders to a whole new level. First up, my micromanaging boss said to follow her system exactly, so I did. I'm a 26-year-old marketing coordinator at a mid-sized company. My boss, Sarah, is one of those people who needs to control every single detail. She's 45, been there for 15 years, and treats the rest of us like we're incompetent children. Last month, she rolled out this new efficiency system where every email, every social media post, every piece of content had to be approved by her personally. Not just reviewed, approved. She wanted to see drafts, revisions, the final version, and then she'd sit on it for days before giving the green light. The breaking point came when she made me rewrite a simple Instagram caption about our office coffee machine 7 times. It was literally just, Monday motivation starts with good coffee. But apparently the emoji was too casual and the hashtag wasn't on brand. Then she called a team meeting and said this: "From now on, I want everything, and I mean everything, to go through me first. No exceptions, no shortcuts. If you so much as reply to a customer comment, I want to see it first. Follow my system exactly or there will be consequences." Fine, Sarah. You want everything to go through you? Everything goes through you. I started sending her approval requests for literally everything. "Hi, Sarah, can you approve this reply to a customer asking about our hours?" The reply is, "We're open 9 to 5, Monday through Friday." "Hi, Sarah, need approval for this email signature update. I'm adding my direct phone number as requested in the company handbook." "Hi, Sarah, requesting approval to use the bathroom. I'll be away from my desk for approximately 3 to 5 minutes." She thought I was being ridiculous, but I had documentation. I printed out her email where she said everything and no exceptions. I was just following her system exactly. The real kicker came during our busiest week of the year. We had a product launch, and I was supposed to be live tweeting updates. But per Sarah's system, every single tweet needed approval. So I sent her 47 tweet approval requests in one day. Each one timestamped, each one citing her no exceptions policy. She was getting about 200 emails a day, from just me. Her inbox got so flooded she missed actually important messages from upper management. The CEO asked why our social media had gone dark during our biggest launch of the year. When Sarah explained she had to approve everything, the CEO asked to see that policy. Turns out, requiring approval for basic customer service responses was actually against company policy. We're supposed to be empowered to handle routine interactions. Sarah got pulled into a meeting with HR and the CEO. Apparently, they'd already been getting complaints from other departments about her micromanagement. And my documentation was the final straw. She got reassigned to another department, and now she manages inventory spreadsheets instead of people. I got promoted to her role. The first thing I did, sent out a team email that said, "Use your best judgment. I trust you to do your jobs." Revolutionary concept, right? Sometimes following orders to the letter is the best way to prove how ridiculous they are. Next up, my HR manager said I needed to dress more professionally. Challenge accepted. I'm a 24-year-old software developer at a tech startup. We've always had a relaxed dress code. Jeans, sneakers, hoodies, whatever. It's tech, right? But then we got a new HR manager named Linda, who apparently came from some corporate law firm. She had strong opinions about what she called unprofessional appearance. She started targeting the women. My male coworkers kept wearing jeans and t-shirts like always. But suddenly my sundresses were too casual. My cardigan wasn't structured enough. My flats were too informal. The final straw was when she pulled me aside and told me this: "You need to understand that as one of the few women in this department, you're representing all women. You need to dress like you belong in a boardroom, not a college campus." I asked her what she meant by professional. She said business formal. Every day, no exceptions. Think law firm, not startup. She even gave me a printed list of approved attire. And it looked like it was from the 1980s. So I decided to show her exactly what business formal looked like. I bought the most aggressively professional wardrobe I could find. Power suits in navy and charcoal, structured blazers, pencil skirts, pantyhose, closed-toe pumps with a 2-inch heel minimum, pearl earrings, the whole 9 yards. I looked like I was about to argue a case in front of the Supreme Court, while my male colleagues showed up in hoodies and Adidas. But here's the thing. I work in software development. Most of my day is spent hunched over a computer, debugging code, and sometimes crawling under desks to fix server cables. Try doing that in heels and a pencil skirt. When I had to troubleshoot a network issue in the server room, I walked in wearing the full power suit and asked Linda if she had any tips for crawling around professionally. She looked uncomfortable when I had to ask for help zipping my blazer, because I'd been reaching overhead to fix cables all morning. The breaking point came during our weekly team meeting. Our CEO, who usually wears band tees, walked in and stared at me. He asked, "Why are you dressed like you're going to a funeral? Are we having a client meeting I forgot about?" I explained that Linda had rolled out a new policy requiring business formal attire. He looked confused and said, "Since when? The handbook says casual dress is fine unless we're meeting with clients." Linda tried to walk it back, saying they were just suggestions for more professional appearance. But I had emails. I had her dress code list. I had records of every time she criticized my normal work clothes. The CEO wasn't happy. Turns out other women had already raised concerns about Linda, but didn't feel comfortable pushing back. The next day, the CEO sent a company-wide email clarifying that casual dress was still completely acceptable, and anyone who felt unfairly targeted should speak to him directly. Linda got a formal reprimand and had to attend sensitivity training on gender discrimination. I went back to my sundresses and flats, and Linda never commented on anyone's clothes again. The best part? When I submitted my expense report for the formal clothes I'd bought, I labeled it required professional development, and the company reimbursed the whole thing. Sometimes the best way to prove a rule is stupid, is to follow it perfectly. Last one. My boss said I needed to be more collaborative, so I collaborated with everyone, about everything. I'm a 29-year-old project manager at a marketing agency. My boss, Dave, is one of those people who thinks every decision needs a meeting. He loves buzzwords like collaboration and synergy, and basically lives to schedule meetings about meetings. He once held a meeting to plan what we should talk about in the next meeting. But then one day he pulled me aside and said I was being too independent, that I wasn't collaborative enough. This was because I had the audacity to fix problems without scheduling a team sync. Like if a client needed a quick logo fix, I'd just do it. Wild, I know. Dave told me this: you need to understand that we're a team. Every decision, no matter how small, should involve the whole team. Include everyone and everything. No more working in isolation. Then he put me on a performance improvement plan. It said I needed to engage in collaborative decision-making for all work-related activities. All right, Dave. You want collaboration? You got it. I started scheduling meetings for everything. And I mean everything. Team meeting to discuss font choice for the newsletter. All stakeholders required. Urgent collaboration session. Should we use hi or hello in this email? Brainstorming meeting. Lunch order discussion. Bring sandwich preference ideas. I even scheduled a 30-minute meeting to decide whether we should schedule another meeting about our project timeline. Then I scheduled a follow-up meeting to discuss the results of the first meeting. 2 weeks later, our calendar was booked solid. Back-to-back meetings from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. We had meetings about meetings about meetings. Dave got frustrated because nothing was getting done. But I had proof I was doing exactly what he asked. The breaking point? I scheduled a meeting to discuss how best to end meetings. I invited the whole team, and Dave's boss. I even made a PowerPoint about meeting conclusion best practices. Dave's boss asked why we were having a meeting about meetings. I explained I was just following Dave's requirement that I collaborate on every decision, including the decision to stop collaborating so much. She looked at our calendar and realized we hadn't delivered a single project in 2 weeks. Dave couldn't come up with a single valid reason for all the meetings. Later, she pulled me aside and asked what I thought the solution was. I said, maybe. We try trusting people to do their jobs, and only meet when we actually need a group decision. Dave got a formal coaching session about time management and effective leadership. The performance improvement plan was removed from my file, and I was given permission to make routine decisions without group input. Our productivity went back to normal the very next week. Who could have guessed? Doing the actual work is more effective than talking about doing the work. Dave still loves his meetings, but now he has to get them approved first. And surprise, collaboration actually improved once we stopped forcing it. That's 3 stories of workplace warriors who proved that sometimes the best way to challenge a rule is to follow it to the letter. Subscribe if you love watching corporate nonsense implode. And let me know in the comments which boss deserved it the most.